Greetings, everyone. GleeCon here again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Stay a while and listen to this one. We have now progressed to 12 years before the Dark Portal. I don't really think that was maybe 1 or 2 years have passed. What we set up in the last one, actually the last one didn't have a date. It was just backstory that kind of hinting at why Sargeras might ever come to Draenor, which is that he wants to flesh out his armies with even more types of forces. Okay, so this is called The Long Hunt. While the Legion was bolstering its strength for the next invasion of Azeroth, Kil'jaeden the Deceiver tasked a demon named Talgath with hunting the Draenei. He visited dozens of worlds that the renegades had momentarily touched, but he was always one step behind his prey. After a series of failed attempts to capture the Draenei, Talgath finally found evidence of their whereabouts. When the Genedar crashed on Draenor, the impact had sent waves of holy energy surging through the twisting nether. Talgath sensed this influx of power and investigated the strange phenomenon. His anticipation swelled as he realized that these energies had come from the Naru, the same ones who had helped Velen and his renegades escape Argus. For more than a century, Talgath tracked the contrails of holy power, until he reached the lush world of Draenor. He steeled himself for yet another disappointment, expecting to find that the Draenei had once again slipped through his fingers, but this time was different. As he observed Draenor, Talgath saw the fledgling Draenei civilization. Not only had they settled on the world, but their dimensional fortress lay in ruin. They were trapped. Talgath communed with Kil'jaeden and told him what he had found. The discovery of the Draenei greatly pleased the Demon Lord. He had once been great friends with Velen. When the Prophet and his renegades had fled from Argus, Kil'jaeden saw it as a betrayal of trust, a grave insult that required punishment. At long last, the Demon Lord could make good his desires. Yeah, that's a good sign of friendship, is the desire to punish the people, the friends that you perceive have done you wrong. Kil'jaeden commanded his servant to remain hidden and report on what he learned of Draenor. Talgath relayed information about the Draenei and their way of life to Kil'jaeden, along with details of the orcs and the world's other indigenous races. Though Kil'jaeden wanted to destroy the Draenei outright, he stayed his hand. Sargeras had specifically tasked him and the Legion's other commanders with finding new races to incorporate into their armies. Perhaps the orcs could serve that purpose. For the time being, Kil'jaeden ordered Talgath to continue watching Draenor and its inhabitants. The Demon Lord had much yet to learn about the orcs and their customs. So, I kind of had this thought too, when we talked about what's the point of Draenor, how does it get involved with Sargeras? Yes, on the one hand, the Draenei led them there. They would never have been there. But on the other hand, yeah, the orcs, maybe ogres, maybe some of these other races could serve as more forces, varied forces for Sargeras. And I do think there's a fell orc, like those red ones that you see in Hellfire Peninsula. I do think that they basically join, there's a faction that get converted to the Burning Crusade. All right, another episode in the pipes, 5x5. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch y'all on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft.